Hello, guys. Welcome back. First off, I want to give you all an apology. There was a disruptive individual who's since banned from the channel. I thought they truly wanted to learn. That was a misjudgment on my part. And I also apologized to and feasted the Greek gods because that was only right. Because they've stood by me. And I think 95% of the problems I've ever had with any group of gods, Greek, Norse, Egyptian, anything, have been humans running over and going, yeah, 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 at me. I wish they actually did hit humans with lightning. It would make things so much simpler. I got Becker. You could be included in that. Ah! So yeah, we made up. So everyone's back. And the amazing thing is, I went up and I saw they had cheese at the gas station because little old lady leg bothering her. Plus, we're having lightning storms. So during the clear period, I go up. They don't have what I want to come back. But then, the gods are like, well, it was cheese. And it was funny as I was walking up the first time. I said, it feels like the Greek mafia is walking up with me because it felt like Hermes was on one side, Dionysus is to the other, and maybe Apollo in the back. And it felt like they were pissed. Not at me, just at life in general. Okay. And they seemed amused. They actually seemed surprised. They were like, you didn't go anywhere. You just had other stuff to do. Odin had you doing Odin stuff. It's fine. Nobody's mad at you. Go play much. So they were fine. And we have been discussing behind the scenes of, Greek statues in the temples never work. It's well, for one thing, the Norse gods you will notice actually don't like pictures of themselves. Almost if you have been on a temple tour and there is a picture of them, sometimes it's okay, they don't mind it, and sometimes it's like a placeholder until the temple feels enough like theirs that we can take that down. With the Greek statues, the problem was they just feel not alive. Even a piece of art feels more alive, and it's a really jarring aesthetic switch. It is, and we've all admitted that. We've all admitted it's a hot mess. We even tried an all Greek temple, and that worked for 5 minutes until Loki claimed it in the name of hell. And hell wouldn't care if the Greek gods came back in, but there's something jarring about the statues, I guess because they're not actually 3D, so it's kind of, jarring. So we have to, if we do in the future make something for them, it will have to be something more organic. So we're working on thinking of that. But I said for you over on Patreon, I give you some background art over there that, you shouldn't forget your divine friends. I know when some people came over and when I came over in Wicca too, and we've discussed this umpteenth times. You're told to forget all your old gods, and here's your new group of gods, and don't do that. If gods have been good to you, gods have been kind to you, work with them. Odin's response to this whole thing was to grumble some grumbles and to drive me on a quest, and I found a study someone did on actually how very similar that the Norse and Greek gods can be. It's just most people pick Camp Norse or Camp Greek and decide that they're going to show their loyalty by hating the other group of gods. And that actually doesn't impress our gods, especially Loki, especially Odin. None of them like it, but they especially don't like it when you're doing it to impress them. They know ignorance. They know sometimes you don't know any better, but willful ignorance makes them angry. And the person that got blocked was being willfully ignorant at this point because they know my history and that, and they were just, I think, here to troll. They didn't want to learn, but it's my apologies. I thought they truly wanted to learn, so I apologize. I can be wrong. If I am part of Goddess, I'm the dumb part that hurts myself easily and makes mistakes in judgment. So I gave some smiles, Becker. So we have our mixed household. Oh, and best thing, I forgot to tell you, I wandered off in the middle of a story. I'm tending to do that. I'm that age already. We had went up, sold cheese, didn't get it. Went back up, got the cheese. The woman gave me like a whole handful. The manager gave me like a whole handful of pepper packets. And it turned out they did have one little thing of pepper and salt. And I said, really, all I'm after is the pepper. And she says, you know what, just take that. You don't have to buy, salt too if you don't need it. So I got a whole bunch of pepper out of this. And I got the cheese in that because we decided to make a little spread to welcome the Greek gods back. And Odin had me make that cherry mead, that instant mead we make. That's really probably not considered mead because there's no yeast in it. We made that, and we had that from like yesterday, so we had that with it, and everybody's fine. They're not as bad as people make them out to be. No group of gods is. I know when you are thinking about a group, any particular pantheon, they can seem worse than they are. And damn it, I wandered away from the story twice. Okay, third time's a charm. God damn it, I'm wandering away from this story. As I'm coming back, after I got the pepper and cheese, as I'm coming back, I step out and I hear, I swear to the gods, this blaring bagpipe music, followed by heavy metal. And it's bagpipes and heavy metal together. And there's somebody roaring about how you have to fight for your freedom and there's a fire inside you and that. And I'm like, it's either Loki or Lou. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Lou, though, with the bagpipes and the heavy metal and the roaring that you have to fight for your freedom. I'm like, I think it's and I couldn't find it. So if you know what song that is, I would love to know what song that is. It starts with bagpipes. And then this guy starts roaring about there's this fire inside you and you have to fight for your freedom and everything else. And then there's more bagpipes and there's metal music and everything. It was pretty cool. I don't know what band it was though. And it was just them answering. And I said hello to Lou because that was Lou's answer to everything in the Morrigan, even though I haven't sensed her. The crows did come back. My babies came back. And my babies were flying up above, and I got to look at my babies, admire my babies. But my babies are spoiled little brats. I took them out the last of the bread. I thought they'd be impressed. No. I think they can tell time. They wanted mommy to go get fries. I'm like, no, I'm not getting you fries, you little brats. Here, have some bread. Don't want bread. They wanted fries. I'm like, well, then you're going to starve, aren't you? So I don't know what eats that bread, but it's obviously not the crows. They're too good for bread. You're too good for bread. I'm like, well, you're not getting fries every time you yell at mommy. So my crows are back, but then they left because they didn't get what they wanted. They really seem, they're extremely smart animals, but they really seem to think I have a hot fry dispenser in here marked crows only, and that every time the crows show up, I'm going to dispense hot fries and take them and throw them for them. I swear that's what they think of me. Or a fry dispenser. So yeah, I apologize to you guys that somebody was running amok on the channel, but I really sincerely thought they wanted to learn, and they didn't. They just wanted to cause trouble. So I'm sorry. I will make mistakes in judgment. I'm sure I've blocked very good people with poor communication skills, and sometimes I've let very bad people run around far too long. But you make judgment mistakes when you're the leader. Yay! And I don't consider myself your leader. You know what I mean? I have to be in charge of this channel. Someone has to be in charge, or the whole place will be a dumpster fire. So, don't help Loki. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.